Hey homie, welcome home. So top Moloch finding him.
You know, ever since LA, I've scoured the entire state, up and down. First he was in Ukiah, then Sacramento, Stockton, San Francisco, San Diego, and then, for some reason, he just vanished.
That sounds strange. He's only traveling in California. Why is that?
Beats me. But whatever Mag Sano and the other big guy are planning, it is definitely not good. For anyone. And this one-man search that I've been doing for the last month has pretty much been exhausting, to the point where I pretty much had to delay a whole bunch of my reviews. Now StocktonCon's around the corner, and quite honestly, I don't really know what to review next.
Just do a short film.
Well, which one? I mean, there's a multitude of them.
Let your fans decide. Make a poll and review whatever your viewers decide.
I don't know, Locke.
Look, sometimes it doesn't hurt to have a little help every now and again.
No, Locke? I guess you're right. Alright, so what should I review next? And send. See you in 24 hours.
Tomorrow.
Hey, Locke, are you here? Alright, guess not. Alright, let's see what the old results have to be. Ho ho ho! Wow. Okay then. Alright. You know, ever since I started this series, I have come across a lot of internet critics, both large and small, mainly for a few reasons. One of which being I examine certain subjects that they review as to why said bad movie or bad video game is bad for a reason. And the other being, if I happen to review another thing that the same internet reviewer has already critiqued in the past, I don't want to point out the exact same flaws or jokes that they've already done. Because let's be honest, joke thieves usually don't last that long here on YouTube. But there is one internet critic that I have been following for the last year, and I do have to say, the way he does this show is quite different in comparison to the other internet critics out there. Quinton Reviews is a YouTuber who doesn't follow the traditional sense of the standard I only focus on this area of reviews. In fact, he's more of an eclectic internet reviewer with the occasional touch of commentary every now and again, who critiques pretty much whatever he wants, from movies to conventions that he visits, terrible TV episodes, and even crappy YouTubers. There's really no boundaries for this guy. If he really has something to say, he'll just turn on his camera and say it with his smooth-talking ASMR-like tone. It's actually a nice change of pace because with every new video that he posts, it can be quite the surprise to see in your sub box. So why am I talking about good old Quinton today? Well, as most of you know, I do this thing every now and again on Twitter where I let my fans decide what I should review next when I put out some certain polls. Because I have a pretty hard time deciding what I should review next, and of course it is very hard with the ever-growing list on my Watch Later playlist. So when I decided to add Quinton Lee to the poll, I never would have thought the overwhelming amount of people to actually vote for him. Well, okay, maybe a small part of me sort of did. after I added his name to the shoutout tag. But to be fair, I did the exact same thing for tomorrow's Nobody's show Court Ordered, and you guys all know how much I enjoyed the hell out of their last web series. But rules are rules, and I gotta give you watchers what you asked for. So with that said, what the heck is Quinton Leap? Well, according to this brief description, the video focuses on Quinton Hoover, who comes across an old VHS tape which sends him back in time to the radical year of 1992. And that's pretty much all there is to it, because mostly it's a 10-minute video, so what do you expect? And with that said, let's dive on into Quinton Leap. So our video begins with Quinton walking down the hallway of his high school and into the film studio class, where he asks his teacher, Wilford Brimley, if he could use one of his VHS players to look up something on a tape.
No! I think the VCR has died.
Well, he was a good soldier.
He always checked his blood sugar, and he checked it often. But luckily, Quinton comes across another VHS player called the Tron 500 and gets it to work by sheer luck. As he tries to set the date on the VHS, it starts generating a lot of electricity, and like any rational protagonist should, because movie, Quinton touches the device, which makes him vanish into thin air as his teacher is perplexed that he cannot find his student.
Where'd he go? He's not here. You know what? He's gone rogue on me.
Wow, phenomenal. I wish I had a teacher like that in high school. So Quinton wakes up and quickly notices that everything is different as he sees trophies and class pictures from 1991, stumbles around a bit to see more teenagers dressing differently and dancing to clean hip-hop music.
They're teenagers. And they're dancing to Will Smith. I really must be in the past.
Hey, I don't know about you, but I remember the 90s, man, and everyone ate that stuff up when it came to Will Smith music. Also, Quinton must have traveled back to a very interesting day, because one minute you see students eating food in the cafeteria, and the next they're dancing in the auditorium.
You need something?
Whoa, you mind stepping back a few feet there, man? You're a little too close to the camera. Meanwhile, back in the present, Quinton sends a letter to his friends letting them know that he is stuck in the past. And you can tell how serious they are by the expressions on their faces after reading that letter.
Q's alive. Q's alive. I can't believe it. Q is alive.
You really believe any of the goings and comings and goings and that this says right here? Rubbish. Complete rubbish.
Wow, phenomenal. Phenomenal acting work, guys. We cut back to 1992, and Quinton receives a VHS player of the Mass Tron 5000 because apparently this other student was so obsessed with time travel that he built one out of a VHS player.
Hold up, Mr. Maston. Are you trying to tell me that you built a time machine out of a forehead VCR?
I don't know why you're so flabbergasted by this. I mean, you've already been sent back in time once already by the exact same VHS player that you're holding. So Quinton travels back to the present, his friends are unimpressed, and decides to celebrate by eating at China Buffet all by himself as the end credits roll by, followed by an epilogue which sets things up for a potential sequel. But we never get one. And that is pretty much Quinton Leap. Obviously a school film project, which is pretty much an interesting experiment to say the least. And by that, I do mean experimenting with some After Effects, editing to digitally crop Quinton into the old scenes from this student's 22-year-old camera footage. I also find it interesting that they kind of went back and forth with different cameras to get the old and new shots to make it feel more authentic. The acting in here from everyone is amateurish to say the least, but these are teens and teenagers from a high school film class, so you're bound to expect something like this. And let's be honest, not everybody's very first short films is not going to be a masterpiece. I bet now you must be aching to make your own cup of tea. Why don't you make me one? I'm dying for another cup. Oh, mercy. Yeah, like I said. But we do learn to grow and become much better filmmakers along the way, and it would appear that this film received a lot of praise from Quinton's high school, as they said it was one of the best video segments for a 30-year program by the teacher and was enjoyed by both staff and students alike. Also, after watching this, I was also rather disappointed because out of the 125,000 plus subscribers that Quinton Reviews has, it has only a less than 300 views. And that's not okay, you guys. Shame on you, Quinton subscribers. For shame! Overall, this video is quick, straight to the point, and everyone here seemed to really enjoy being in this video, which is really good for a lot of aspiring film students. Which is why I give this short flick a solid 3 out of 5. And of course, if you guys are interested and like what you see, feel free to subscribe, hit the Patreon button, and a few other things as well. It's good to be back, and I'm here to stay for quite a while in my area. My name is Magtrix, and I will see you all next time on the BoobTube.